I tell myself, well, you shouldn't be surprised because that's the way it is, and that's the way that the media treats Latin America. And but then, I still am surprised because it's so what little I can find out from resources on the media, the internet and stuff is just the level of repression is very high. Just one. There was a program on the radio a few months ago. They were talking about violence against journalists around the world, and I think they mentioned that Honduras has some of the highest rate of violence against the journalists, and they just kind of said it offhand. And oh, by the way, and it was just, and they just let it drop, and so that's enough for me. I'll turn it over to Lucy from the Honduran Resistance in the U.S., and she's been traveling back and forth to Honduras. I don't know how you, they haven't erected barricades to keep you out of the country yet? Not yet. Not yet? And well, thank you very much for your work, and we'll turn it over to you.
Thank you very much. It's always an honor to come back. I feel like I'm going to a very familiar place where people just embrace the struggle of Honduras. This solidarity means so much for the movement, and the consistency of the solidarity that you demonstrated. It's really immensely appreciated and valued very much because without it, basically, this is a movement of the people that it's pretty much shut down, just like Jim said it, from the media, and we all know that that is intentional. This is a situation of crisis, a catastrophe that was produced mainly by the corporations in this country, and the State Department and the Pentagon, all the blood that is being shed on the people of Honduras, the hundreds by now. As you can see on my shirt, all the names that you see written on this t-shirt are names of the martyrs, those martyrs of the resistance. And the list continues because it's a non-stop, endless list of people who continuously are assassinated. And since June 28 of 2009, when the military coup happened, the crisis goes on and on, but it's systematically the same. The repression is the same. When people take to the streets, the repression is the same, if not worse sometimes. The men, the women, the children, the senior citizens being beaten, tear gassed, psychologically abused. All of that is permanent in Honduras. The political persecution. At this moment, we have more than 200 official exiles. When I say official, these are the people who are officially registered as exiles, but we know that it's a lot more. For example, the migration rate in Honduras since the military coup of 2009 has doubled, which means that we have an exodus of people who are now not just escaping poverty, which was the first reason why they left in the first place, but now they're escaping also the brutal violence that we have since the military coup. And not too long ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, Honduras was rated third most dangerous country in the world. The last time I was there, this was on the week of March 20th, when I attended the second People's National Assembly, which I'm going to tell you a little bit about, and that's why I'm carrying these 2 cards that I am, ever since I became an official delegate to the National Resistance Front of Honduras, I carry this with me with a lot of pride. I don't carry them because I'm vain, I carry them because I'm very proud and of my people and of the work that they have done. So since that time, again, the teachers, for example, in the month of, from mid-March to like the first week of April, started a national teacher strike. And this is because they were defending a campaign that the de facto government of Porfirio Lobo has started to privatize education on top of everything else that is going on in the country. And the teachers didn't take it, and they took to the streets, and they went on a national strike. The resistance decided to support the strike of the teachers, and a result of what we have from that national strike that the teachers did for 3 weeks, it's a teacher dead, a teacher killed. Ilsa Ivania Velasquez is the last or most current teacher who was assassinated. With her, we add up to about 8 teachers who have been assassinated, because teachers, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to see it, but for the movement, fortunately, are one of the strongest resistance sectors, and they are the most organized sector in Honduras. So when the teachers take to the streets and abandon the classroom, the regime shakes, and they get very nervous, so they get more repressive and more violent. And so, unfortunately, we've lost a lot of teachers.